Guys, Bitcoin got rejected exactly at the resistance I mentioned in my yesterday's video. We are talking about this upward sloping resistance over here that I mentioned is very important to break to the upside, because otherwise we can't be sure that this correction already is over. We did break it to the upside, and the question now is, where can Bitcoin find support? Is Bitcoin in the near future trying to break this resistance again? Or do we now have to expect this second big correction to the downside to the $56,000 level? Because as you remember, the last correction we saw over here, we had a very similar price action. We saw a bigger correction. We made lower lows, 3 lower lows. As you guys can see, we also had here 3 lower lows. We pumped to the upside, formed somewhat of an M pattern, and then we saw the final big correction before the trend continued to the upside. So how big is the chance that we will see a similar price action now over here, now that we are actually already forming a similar price action? I already mentioned yesterday that we have to break the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level to the upside. This didn't happen so far. We actually got rejected from the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level so far. So like I said, I'm going to tell you exactly what to keep an eye on in today's video. What price levels do we have to break to the upside so we can be sure that this correction is over? What price levels do we have to hold support that we don't have to expect the bigger drop? All of these things you will learn in today's video. Also, guys, I will give you a big update on my trades. As you guys know, I'm still in around $4 million of Bitcoin long positions. Here, the trade on Binance alone is in around $470,000 of profit. I have some altcoin trades open as well, but guys, I just opened a new altcoin trade, a $1 million altcoin trade. I'm also going to let you know in today's video which altcoin I actually longed and why. So stick around till the very end if you don't want to miss out on any of this important content. And also make sure, guys, to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to activate the bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And every single video of mine almost reaches 3,000 likes. So it would be amazing if we could reach 3,000 likes on this video here also again. And make sure to follow my Twitter. Link is at the very top of the description, because, for example, yesterday I asked my viewers on my Twitter, are we going to break this resistance line with the first try, or are we going to have a correction before that? And the majority of people, actually 3 times the amount of people, said that we will break actually to the downside after retesting this resistance, and we won't break to the upside. So guys, this has actually happened a couple of times now in the past on my Twitter already, where I ask my viewers and the viewers are actually right. So make sure to follow this so you don't miss out on any of those any of these polls in a kind of way. But let's just jump right into the charts now. As I already mentioned, guys, what support levels do we have to hold? This is what I want to talk about first of all in today's video. First of all, we saw this small M pattern, this small W pattern here. It broke to the upside. It already also reached its price target. As we can see, it already reached its price target. It was in perfect confluence with our upward sloping resistance. So if Bitcoin now corrects more down to the downside, we need to see a bounce of the $61,600 level. The latest support level I want to see a bounce is here pretty much our 60,000, we can even put this a little bit higher, is pretty much the $60,500 level. So we want to see a bounce from Bitcoin between the $60,600 and the $61,600 level if we want to continue this trend to the upside, and we don't want to see a big dead cat bounce. Why is that? Because the lower support line also acts as a neckline for a massive head and shoulders pattern that the Bitcoin bears could be able to form if Bitcoin doesn't hold support and reverse the trend early enough. Then we have a big chance of this head and shoulders pattern actually being a success for the bears, breaking to the downside and reaching its price target of $54,000. To be honest, guys, head and shoulders patterns in a bull market especially have a very, very low success rate, especially reaching the price target. So to be honest, I'm not expecting, even if this head and shoulders pattern breaks to the downside, I'm not expecting the price target of $54,000 to be reached. In my opinion, we will see a reversal in the area of $55,000 to $57,000 already. So don't expect a massive crash actually, even if this head and shoulders pattern breaks to the downside, because we just have massive horizontal support directly below us. So me personally, I'm even still a little bit more on the bullish side. I'm still expecting that this correction may already be over at this $60,000 level. I said it in the yesterday and in the video before that to be honest, I'm expecting the correction to be over at the $60,000 level. I'm just seeing a slight chance, a small chance, that we still see another quick wick down to the 65, to the 56 and $57,000 level. So that's the only reason why I'm careful at the moment. If we wouldn't have this possibility of wicking down, I would now already scaled up my longs. But because there's still this possibility of us breaking this support to the downside, of Bitcoin correcting to the downside, I'm not scaling my long trades up yet, because it's pretty simple when I'm going to scale them up. First of all, I want to see a 4-hourly candle close above this upward sloping resistance, like we also saw here. This was the point where we longed Bitcoin massively. This was the 2 points where we scaled up our trades massively after bouncing off this support. Now it turned into resistance because we fell below it. So as long as we don't break above pretty much the $64,400 level, I won't scale up my long positions, because this is also the level where we would break the 0.5 Fibonacci and also the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level to the upside. So the chances are then very, very high that the correction is over. Also, we would see a break above here the daily resistance that we kept an eye on, that we only saw a small breakout. I mean, it took Bitcoin a couple of days to break above this resistance, so it's definitely very relevant. So I will also keep an eye on this, and this is also at around the $64,500 level. So as soon as we pretty much close a daily candle above the $64,500 level, we can be almost 100% sure that the correction is over and we will see a new all-time high, and we will at least pump to the $70,000 level. And that's why I will wait before scaling up my long positions for the break above this level. But that's pretty much already what you can keep an eye on for the Bitcoin price. On the smaller time frames, there's not really that much happening. I mean, we saw another kind of uptrend. We broke out of this uptrend channel to the downside. Now we are forming somewhat maybe of a fairly ugly bull flag, or falling wedge or whatever, that we also already broke to the upside. So to be honest, we can expect a little bit more upside. It's just very important that we fairly fast close above this upward sloping resistance on the 4-hourly, because otherwise, like I just showed you, the last correction, it was very, very similar to this. Look at this. We had somewhat of a bear flag. We broke this bear flag to the upside. We saw this M pattern, and I mean, yeah, that's what's exactly happening here as well. We saw a massive correction to the downside. We formed somewhat of this bear flag. We broke to the upside, and now it could be that we are forming another M pattern and we are seeing the exact same fractal. So that's why I'm just a little bit careful before now scaling up the long positions or opening any new trades. Like I said, we should just wait for confirmation above the $64,400 level. Now, let's talk about the altcoin trade I also opened. And guys, like I said, please smash up a like on this video. Let's reach 3,000 likes. If you haven't liked the video now, I don't know what you're doing. Like the video right now, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell if you haven't done that already. Leave a comment down below. This supports me the most. Share the video with your friends, and make sure to follow my Twitter, because you don't want to miss out on any of my tweets. I also, for example, called perfectly the Shiba Inu top here. When we saw this massive correction to the downside, I said Shiba Inu looks dangerous. Boom. And what happened a couple of minutes after? I opened a short, right, because it looked dangerous, and boom, Shiba Inu corrected all the way to the downside. We saw a massive wick. Even Elon Musk tweeted that he doesn't hold any Shiba, and boom, the Shiba price crashed massively. So if you don't want to miss out on any of that, make sure to follow my Twitter. Turn on the notifications for my Twitter so you don't miss out on any of that anymore. And the Chainlink trade, guys. It's Chainlink. I mentioned an altcoin trade, a $1 million altcoin trade I opened. Yes, it is Chainlink. Why did I open this? First of all, I can already tell you it's only a 4x leverage. My liquidation price is below this upward sloping support here, so that I can be sure that if Bitcoin does the small correction down to the $56,000 level, that my Chainlink trade won't get liquidated and we bounce off this this upward sloping support approximately. But why did I open it? I think Chainlink is right now forming a massive W pattern right here, and as soon as Chainlink pretty much leaves the $35 level behind it, I mean, it's there's pretty much no resistance at all. So it's very possible that Chainlink may even reach a new all-time high as soon as we break out of this W pattern. That's why I opened a massive $1 million altcoin link trade. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason for it, and that's also the altcoin that I longed. So guys, just make sure to subscribe, activate the bell. You won't miss out on any uploads. Like the video if you liked it. Like I said, 3,000 likes we have to reach on this video. And make sure to follow my Twitter. And then we are going to see us in the next one. Till then, bye.